Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Star Wars Unlimited players, and anyone who is interested in Star Wars Unlimited. My call sign is BatMando, and I am joined here with Reaper. And if you watch the Friday night fight and Sunday second, you know that there is no tiebreaker Tuesday because Thrawn absolutely controlled both games very efficiently. So what we're now looking at is how can we improve this deck? How can we go ahead and make it better than its performance today? Because I like Boba. Hello, Mandalorian, duh. And in which case, so Reaper is going to give his thoughts. I'm going to give my thoughts. One of the cards that I mentioned in the game that I just don't particularly care for and was thinking about getting rid of is the Waylay. Now, Reaper, what was it that you have to say about Waylay there?
I think it's strong for Boba. It's a way to delay, especially against like Thrawn or any hyper aggressive. It's a way to just delay it. So
okay.
You live a little longer.
So the only problem that I have with it is, you know that you are giving that unit back to their hand and it's going to come out again. But as you've mentioned, there's the whole cost factor. So another thing I'm thinking about getting rid of is the resupply, because normally I'm just seeing this and putting it straight into resource because I don't have the time really to put the event into play and then put it away. So, any disagreements on that?
Not right now. I think to start, we just need to look at what makes Boba Boba. So obviously his ship needs to stay.
Yes, the fire spray's got to stay.
They got to stay. I'm going to put your stay pile over here.
I'm going to say no good to me dead needs to stay.
No good to me dead needs to stay. I would almost say get a third one.
Yes, I actually have a third one, so we'll go ahead and get that going very soon.
Almost say put a third one in.
And I would also say let's put in a third outmaneuver,
yes.
And I do believe I have one of those, but we'll double check that later. The question that I have is, do we keep Yularen in the deck? The reason I have Yularen there is because you can see that I have units that have that command symbol, such as the Star Vipers and the Super Laser Technician and the Homestead Militia, but none of these really ever showed up while Yularen was out. So it's like I'm depending on these things to show up, and they're not showing up when they're needed. Therefore, they're not doing the restore, and they're not bringing 1 point back to the base.
I would almost say no, because you have more.
Yeah, I have more yellow.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yes. So are we saying get rid of Yularen?
Put him on the tentative side.
Tentative, okay, very well. And of course we have the Escort Skiff. Now, these cards right here, like, I'm thinking about getting rid of Homestead Militia because they're too late game, because it's a 6 resource, and then they turn Sentinel.
Yes,
but they're too late.
They're also a 3 cost for 3/4.
Yes.
Which late game turns Sentinel. So maybe we put these in the tentative now. The ones you have in your hand, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So in which case, we're saying goodbye to the Frontier. Is that ATRT? Yeah.
Because it's a 4 cost 3/5 that gives, if you control another vehicle, gets ambush.
Yes. There you go.
It's expensive.
Now, the card that I definitely want to keep around for its ability, and you also have 3 of these yourself, is the Outer Rim Headhunters, because they're going to get the attack, and then you can exhaust a leader unit, but I don't think I ever did that, did I? No. I don't think I did. Well, plus, it doesn't specify. Okay, so that's my mistake. I'm certain somebody on YouTube's just like, why didn't you do that? Well, I'm sorry, sir. So these are tentative for me because, yes, I get to attack with them quickly.
Yes.
And I don't have to wait to put that down and then attack. So
sure,
those definitely need to keep because of the shield. And yes, I know I have a third one.
If you have a third one, good.
Yeah. The Corellian Freighter, those are really my only space sentinels that I have, so those got to stay, and hopefully I can come up with a third one soon.
I think I have one somewhere.
Well, that's nice. Thank you for that offer, but like essentially what I'm trying to say is just like everybody at home is, like anybody who's playing this game, you're looking for these cards. They're really hard to find, yes. Especially since, everybody's buying them as quick as they can, sometimes even double the price. I'm sorry, was that me? Okay. So, I think Disarm should stay.
I would almost put on the tentative side because I think Waylay needs to take its place. Disarm's good. It gives -4/-0, but it doesn't take the unit out. It just stops their attack.
Yep. Now,
it is a 1 cost, though.
Yes, it is 1 cost. So, Asteroid Sanctuary, I definitely think that's got to stay because that's going to help. Okay, so I will go ahead and say that the Gamorrean guards, yes, they're a 4, but they're also a 4/4 for the attack. And if I control another unit with a cunning symbol, then they're automatically sentinels. And I don't have to wait on resource. I mean, granted, I got to be able to pay for them, but they, I think, are going to help in addition to the cell block guards that we have here.
I would say get a third of both.
So, I'm sorry, what? Get a third of both? Yeah. Crafty smugglers I like because they just come out shielded.
How many units do we have? I'm going to count these as 3s.
You're going to count those as 3s?
Because I know I have one of them.
Okay, well, again, I still just need to go through the cards that we got today from the tournament that we got. Okay, so, I'm sorry.
17 units right now.
17 units, okay. Does that include...
These are events.
Well, okay, but so 17 units.
17 units and 1, 2,
How many cards do we have total?
7.
So 24?
Yeah.
So these, I think, have to stay because of their Restore 2. Yes, we're depending on the initiative, but still, they're good ships to have. Swoop Racer is fun, but he just never does anything other than attack, and 9 times out of 10, he's going to die pretty quick.
I think there's better options.
So, yep. So we'll go ahead and say goodbye to him. The TIE Fighters I put in there when I was expanding this card deck from 50 to 60. And I like their cheap cost. I know they're going to die, but at least I can get an attack of 2 out there, and I can go ahead and start doing that on basically turn 2.
Yeah, I like the cheap ones.
Yep.
Especially because they're not uniques, so you can have as many as you want.
Got it.
3 out. You have 3 2-1s out. I mean,
cool. Now, in which case, but I'm still going to say tentative on those because if there's a better option for us, there's a better option. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say that the option that I had in here at one point in time, instead of TIE Fighters, I had the Mining Guild Fighters. So, and granted their ability, I mean, these attack better and the other one had more health. So, but they're on the tentative. What do you think about Confiscate? Because it never really came up in our previous game.
It's the one of 2 ways to get rid of an upgrade.
Okay, so
without getting rid of
look at you. You had one job. Okay, I only have one of these, and I love this card because it allows me to exhaust a unit. So I never got a chance to really use it that much because there's only one of them. What's your thoughts on the Super Laser Technicians? Because the only reason I really kept them around was Yularen. Yularen is now tentative, and
they're really good. Yep. I think they should take place beside Yularen just for the fact that it's going to give you more ramp.
Okay.
Because you can suicide them by just running into.
Absolutely, I can. So that's what I would do with them, but they didn't really come into play, and I think that may have to do with the fact that it was 60 cards.
Yeah. So, and Thrawn's all air, so even if you pull them, doesn't matter.
Yep.
But I think they should stay because it's going to help Boba in the long run.
Okay. So Academy training is a little bit up in the air. I love the +2/+2.
+2/+2 is nice.
Mm-hmm. And it's better than tactical advantage, which is only going to be 1. So I'm thinking that the tactical advantage has to go versus keeping the Academy training in there. Okay. This one, I think we're going to have to get rid of it unless we keep the Sentinels in there because it's dependent on having another command unit to do ambush. And plus, with yours, it doesn't matter if I have ambush because yours is all air.
That's true.
Okay. So, is there anything that is not on the table that you think we should add into, like, we've seen all the cards that we have here. Is there a new card that needs to be introduced into this mix?
Depends on how many cards you have and what the cost spread is.
Yep.
Because the cards that come to mind are really expensive.
They're really expensive, yep.
So if we count them, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
21.
21, 22, 23, if you count, if you have another one.
Okay.
30. So we're at 30.
So we're at 30, and that gives us about a leeway of 20 cards if we're staying
cards.
at 50.
Yeah, we got about 20 cards now.
Okay. Because I think I learned my lesson that the 60-card deck is not helping because
you
it
want to
doesn't...
stay as close to 50. I mean, Thrawn's at 56. And
Yep.
it's still a little... I mulliganed in 2 games.
Yes, this is true. Okay. So would there be any card that you introduce into this?
obviously, one of the cards I'm going to show is rather expensive.
And I'm going to say that one of the cards that... Oh, wait, no, I'm incorrect. Go ahead. Because I am attacking from Echo Base. That's the first thing I saw was that command symbol and thought, oh my goodness.
So I was sitting here and I looked and flipped my binder open. I was like, oh. Okay, so obviously the first one would be really good against mine. It is a 10 cost, but if you ramp correctly with your super laser techs, it could be simple, especially with Boba restoring. It is the Devastator because it has Sentinel and Overwhelm, and he's a 10-10. So he's a 10 cost, 10-10 with Sentinel and Overwhelm. And when played, you'll deal damage to a unit equal to the number of resources you control. So at the time it's 10.
10.
So you're going to deal 10 damage to a unit without even attacking. He has Sentinel and Overwhelm.
Yes.
So this is the game-winning card. Like, if it gets to this point, the game's over, basically.
So essentially, another thing I'd like to point out there is, okay, so because it's coming out, playing, and attacking, I'm sorry, it was 10 damage?
10 damage.
10 damage, so even if I had, say, like, and it has to be space, I assume.
When played, does not have to be space.
It doesn't specify.
It's just equal to the number of resources you control.
Okay, so in which case, let's just go ahead and say that it comes out against, and you decide to kill my crafty smuggler. That means 8 more damage is going to my base?
Not when played.
Not when played.
When he attacks,
it would.
So if it attacks and it hits this little, like,
got it.
2-3 or a TIE fighter, that's 2-1. If I hit your 2-1 TIE fighter, I'm going to take out the TIE fighter and deal 9 to your base.
Yes.
So,
but not when played.
Yeah, but when played, you can easily
just wipe out.
You can zap any leader you want.
Yeah.
Basically, because it's not specific. It's just a unit. So you can zap their leader off the board.
Yep, this is true. And of course, if they had a Sentinel on the field, you can just absolutely decimate this.
Another card, another high cost card would be Relentless, because it's a 9 cost.
Yep.
This one's really good against people that like to run a lot of
events
like I do. Because it's the first event played by this opponent. Each round loses all abilities. So if I play Waylay doesn't do anything. I have to play a second Waylay for actually to do something.
Got it.
So that one's really good.
Yep, especially since you don't know if you're going to have 2 Waylays in a row.
Yeah, and it's also a 9 cost, 8 damage, 8 health.
Yes.
So it's a big boy.
It's a big shit, But that's very late game and
Now this one can be early game. If you use
the ramp up correctly.
If you get the ramp right. Now obviously he's a little pricey right now.
We all know that.
Okay. But he comes
Vader
in
himself.
5/7, ambush, 7 costs. But when played, you get up to 3 units for free.
For free.
So up to 3 costs.
Yes.
But so you're playing 7, but you're gonna get the benefit of 10.
Combined cost of 3. Okay, hold on. So search the 10, and you're looking for any of the ones that have the villainy symbol with a combined cost of 3 or less. So in which case, in other words, if I come up with...
If you come up with TIE fighters, good.
Okay.
If you come up with... Does it have to be units? You have to be units.
Yes.
So you may, if we
so
go this route,
if I come up with a 7 fleet defender, I could pull that out.
Yes.
Yep. So, and I would be able to do 3 of these for free, or how many for free?
Up to a cost of 3. So if you pull the 7 fleet defender,
so it's going to be
1,
him.
But he comes in shielded and use a 3/2.
Yep.
He's really nice.
So, but if I came across like, I'm trying to think of an Imperial that is just like, say, a 1 cost, but I'm not thinking of anything off the top of my head. Oh, well, yeah, 3 of those.
Or a cell block guard.
Yeah, cell block guard is already 3, I thought.
Cell block guard's 3, so you can pull him out for free.
Yep,
free Sentinel.
Yep, or Sentinel. Yep.
Free Sentinel Vader on the board, that's scary.
Cool. I feel like I've just touched a slight piece of gold here. Here, have that back.
So, if we get to that point, those are the high cost ones, because right now what you have is fairly low cost besides Fed's Fire Spray Offs.
Yep.
But that's needed to stay.
Yes. That's got to stay. It's Fed.
Yeah. Other than that, obviously, the ones that are like harder. I don't know. I pulled 1 and I have 2 Vaders, but I only pulled 1 of them. Would be the Notorious Boba.
The Notorious Boba? Oh goodness, the Notorious Boba.
Because
I feel like I'm... okay, so I just touched gold. This is now silver. Okay, got it.
But you can play Boba with Vader.
You can play Boba with Vader? This is true.
Because he's 3 cost.
Yes, because of... Yeah, and plus, even if you don't have that suit, it's just attacked at 2, so you're costing 5. Sure.
Well,
okay.
Even if you... Well, I meant like Unit Vader.
Yeah, Unit
Because
Vader.
Unit Vader, you're looking for the villainy symbol. And he's a 3 cost.
So it doesn't even count
So
on that.
You're going to pull 2 big, strong units out.
Yeah.
One turn. You're searching a 5th of your deck, so you're going to have.
Yeah. So there's a 20% chance that he shows up. Okay. Oh, I'll hand you back gold now.
Gold and silver.
Gold and silver.
So that.
Do not mix. Wait, what?
So those are like the high end, if we get there, points.
Yep.
Because we had, what did we say, 30 something?
You said 30. Yeah,
30.
we're at 30, so we had a leeway of 20.
Leeway of 20.
Yep.
So, since we have a leeway of 20.
So, looking at what do we get with the 20. Okay, I'm going to put these towards the bottom of the pile here.
Put those to the bottom.
And I'm going to say, I don't know if you're going to keep these. Yes. All right. You definitely want me to keep these. So, the waylay.
Waylay's
and
nice.
the disarm.
Disarm is always nice.
Yeah.
As well.
So we're going to go ahead and do that.
I'd almost get rid of smuggling compartment. I know it's really nice for Boba, but Boba already does what smuggling compartment does for you.
Yep, this is true, but just trying to get more resources back. Okay, so I'm going to put them down on the soon-to-be chop block. Okay, so let's see here. How many cards did we just hand over to you?
4.
4.
4 cards. There's 6 cards.
6 cards. So that's 14 that we have left. All right. I mean, they're cheap. Why not, right?
Yeah, I would say keep them. If we can get a 3rd one, that'd be better.
I'm pretty certain I have a 3rd one in there somewhere, so I just didn't bring it out. This is, okay. So Yularen is helpful for a restore, but if he never shows up, and I'm pretty certain I don't have a 3rd one of Yularen in my collection. So
I do.
Well, we can talk about that
Somewhere.
a little bit. So, okay, so now Surprise Strike is nice, but still have to. I don't know. Hold on. So
We're at 35.
we're at 35, and what do we have here?
25 units.
So 25 units. Okay, cool. So let's see here. I'm trying to do math right now. So this is going to be 8 cards right here, and this is going to be 6 right here. And you said we had how many? 35?
Oh, let me count again because math doesn't math.
Math doesn't math sometimes.
13 unit or events and upgrades.
13 events and upgrades. 13, sorry.
28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38.
So 38 plus 13.
Well, that's 38 total.
38 total. Sorry, my mistake.
Total.
So we have only 12 cards if we're staying at 50, but we could also bring it a little bit above, et cetera, et cetera. So if we go ahead and throw in these, because that would help, that's going to be 3 of our 12. Yes?
Yep.
So that's going to be 3 of our 12. I don't know. What do you think about snapshot reflexes? Well, okay, no, I'm definitely putting this one in.
Okay.
So that's 4 of our 12. You see, here's the thing. If we don't put Yularen in, then there's really no point in putting these guys in.
I know Snapshot's really cool.
But it's only
So
1-1.
1/1, and you may attack with the attached unit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's spectacular.
Okay.
I think it kind of belongs down with the smuggling
Yep.
compartment.
So, cool. All right. So we have 4, and we only have 8 more to go. I mean, if you wanted to just play it simple, you would just do all these 8 right now and get rid of all these things right here. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Did you already count some of those things as 3 because we said we were going to put in?
I counted some of them as 3. Now, if they stay 2, that gives you more wiggle room.
Yep, that's true. All right, so in which case, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and make those changes, and then we will go ahead and show that slide at the end of this video. All right, is there anything else you'd like to say to our viewers, Reaper?
No, I don't think so.
All right, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Make sure to tell your friends about us, and as always, BatMando